check it.
And then today we want to move straightly into talking about understanding who you are. First of all, let's go through and let's talk about what is really understanding. Whenever we talk about understanding, it's something that we need to talk about very well so that anybody listening to us right now will know and understand what he or she is created for. You understand? So we'll go in and talk about what is really understanding. But let's start with Lady V first. So Lady V, as they say ladies first, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
ladies first.
So understanding is psychological.
Okay.
Understanding means understanding is how you model an object.
Mm.
Do you understand? A cup can be a cup, but I don't know what its use is. I have to model what the object is used for.
Okay.
So understanding general just means you knowing yourself. Understanding, means you knowing the ability to know what something stands for, its use, and how you can be able to use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Natty Prof, when we talk about understanding, how do you see it? Is it like you just know that it's a cup and then the cup is used to drink for drinking water or drinking zubo?
Okay, usually there are three stages to knowledge. There is knowledge, there's information, there's understanding of it, and there's wisdom.
Okay.
Knowledge, a cup. Understanding, recognizing what a cup really is. Then wisdom, knowing how to apply what a cup is used for in life. Right? And so understanding who you are, especially getting the knowledge of who you're supposed to be, by probably somebody who created you, or giving yourself a definition depending on your belief system, and then comprehending it and knowing how to apply it.
Okay. So knowing that particular one, we'll just move straight. So why should we as individuals understand ourselves, understand who we really are? You understand? A lot of people don't see it for, okay, I'm a human being, I'm supposed to work, go through school, and then after school I go for my service. After service I start working, and then they really don't understand who they really are. So now let's go straight into the point. Why should I as an individual understand who I am? Let me go with the still.
Okay, like I said, life is more psychological. Understanding is psychological. And I've seen a lot of people lose it because they did not get to understand themselves, which means they didn't get to know, like we used the example for the cup and everything. They didn't get to know their person. Who am I? My name is V. I'm not just V. What can V do?
Okay.
What is V made of? How can I impact? Do you understand? Okay, coming up with Victor for instance, I knew I was a lady. I have other skills I do, but then I got to find myself. Yes, finding yourself is the keyword there. I got to find myself, and I knew that I could do something else than just going to school, than just becoming an expert in this field. Do you understand? So it means you finding yourself, and it's very, very important as an individual to find yourself, so you can know what you use or what use you could be to society or even the environment.
Relationship. I want to go through that part of relationship. That does you not understanding yourself affect your own relationship generally? Not really probably dating or something that other relationship, but general relationship.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't even know what you can offer, can you even offer anything? You can't.
Okay, but we found out that ladies these days, they feel like they don't need to offer things. They just go into the relationship and then they actually do. It's already the relationship. The guy has the money. The guy has everything. So let's just go there. Everything is
Just
set.
go straight to the point. Say Nigerian girls, Nigerian ladies.
No, if I say Nigerian lady, you will be offended.
I will
So
not.
I don't want to. I don't want to go there.
Okay, I'm a realist anyway, so I wouldn't be offended. But yes, what you're talking about, what you said is true.
Okay.
They feel so, but that's why they have people like me. They have others too that will model. I don't believe you just go. Nobody. It was God that brought you. If you owe anybody, if anybody owes you anything, it should be God that brought you, not the person you're going to go. So that mindset, that ideology, I don't go with.
You don't understand who he is before he goes into a relationship, or go into the relationship and then start understanding yourself.
I believe when a thing is not known, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable.
Okay.
So there's really no point going into a relationship and not knowing the destination.
Okay.
You just be rolling.
Okay.
It's like going on the bike and saying, let's go, and the person just slaps the bike, let's go. To where? Just follow me, let's go. It's worthless. You may end up, you burn fuel, you burn energy, you waste effort, you waste time, you waste emotions, you waste resources. By the time you realize you are worn out and you have nothing to have achieved, right? You have no record of any success. So yeah, understand yourself and love yourself before someone else can love you conveniently.
Yes.
Okay.
And before you can get to love someone else from that point of view. So yes, it's wise for you to understand yourself, understand what you are bringing to the table, what your skills are, what your knowledge and your priorities are, and the values you seem to offer.
I don't agree
You know.
with it.
You know.
I don't agree with that. But let's move straight away. So what are those important, like what are the achievements you actually, when you understand yourself, what are the advantages of understanding your own self?
You become productive.
Okay.
You're not just a liability. When you understand yourself, you become productive. Now you give values, you maintain your values. But as a lady, as a woman, when you understand yourself, you know what you can do.
Okay.
You keep standards for yourselves too. You don't just do things because somebody else is doing it. You don't just go to a place because people are going there. They say Nigeria, they happen. You don't just do things or follow the crowd. You understand?
Yeah.
You become productive. Also, like I said, you keep standards and you have your value.
Okay.
If somebody understands who he is from an early stage, and I give props to all the teachers and the lecturers and religious leaders, life coaches, for example, who add value to the young minds and deliberate about influencing minds and forging mindsets. I give props to musical artists like me too, who have the opportunity to. I wasn't even necessarily giving props to myself, but I had to give props to musical artists who are deliberate about using their music to add value mentally to the minds of their listeners. You know, so there are lots of people: the musical artists, the bloggers, the clerics, teachers, lecturers, who are deliberate about forging mindsets. You give the person a good self-esteem, give a child or a young mind a direction of who is supposed to be and the values that he's supposed to uphold. When he goes into leadership roles, it makes him more effective, it makes him stand on principles, makes him stand on morals, and then it makes the people that follow him effective also. So that when you raise a good leader, he eventually becomes a leader who builds other leaders, right? So I feel like our leadership is questionable. I mean, there's really no point in having a set of people who think some things are right.
So which means there is understanding problem.
There's understanding problem of who he is, his rights, and how his rights affect other people from a very.
But the truth is, you can actually help people when you have a better understanding of who you really are and what you are called to do. V is like you're having a second thought about it.
No, not a second thought. I was going to add that. Another understanding you should have, even before you go into a political seat or a leadership position, is the fact that not even just you being in the position, but everybody is supposed to be of service to everybody. Do you understand? I should have this understanding that I am supposed to be of service in one way, directly or indirectly, to him to me. And you see, there's this balance when we do that.
Okay.
But you understand, the understanding is not there. We just feel like, in as much as I'm here, no, it should be the other way. One person should do to the other person, and that's why we have. No, that's why we keep saying Nigeria should not happen to you.
So now, Lady V, let me come back to you and then ask, after understanding yourself, what's the next thing?
Channeling the knowledge
Okay.
of yourself you have.
Mm-hmm.
Channel that knowledge, whatever you discovered about yourself. It's a discovery process you went through, right?
Yeah.
So then you channel that knowledge into doing something with it.
Okay.
You understand? Like the other callers say, some people don't know when it's no, they just follow when it's no, they go when it's yes. So then you know that you've always been following the crowd. You understand? Okay, now that I know this, now that I know myself to have this kind of values, for example, understanding yourself can be understanding maybe your temperament or your kind of person. Like I am not a social person, but because people want me to always go out with them, I follow. Things like that affect us. So then you channel this knowledge yourself you have, and then start working on it, like implement it on yourself.
Alright, it's knowing how to coordinate the people in your circle.
Okay.
And adding value to the people that you're involved in. Into a place and it is not your specialty, you can let it go. You don't have to be the one who runs the thing. Sometimes being a male figure puts us in a position to coordinate and be leaders, but the leader doesn't necessarily know how to do everything. So knowing how to delegate responsibilities and allow the person who does it best to handle it is a management skill on its own. Right? And that's something that we should take a note of.
Okay.